Metrics are simply an indicator that lets you track and measure performance. Some metrics are KPIs, a metric that focuses on how effectively you're achieving key business objectives. Here is the 15 examples of HR KPIs that reveal the effectiveness of your organization, and not just its efficiency. First one is employee productivity rate. This KPI seems simple to calculate: divide units of output by units of input, but is actually quite complex. The units of output and input need to be carefully considered. However, if done correctly, this interesting KPI says something about the capacity of growth in terms of production of human capital. Second one is benefits satisfaction. You can measure how satisfied employees are with benefits using an employee engagement survey. This is particularly an interesting KPI to adopt if you are aiming to reduce voluntary employee turnover. Third one is employee engagement index. Employee engagement is one of the most commonly used KPIs and can be measured through attitude or engagement surveys. High employee engagement predicts many relevant positive outcomes, including higher productivity, better customer service, and lower turnover. Next one is employee satisfaction index. You can measure employee satisfaction using employee attitude and engagement surveys. Dissatisfaction is an important cause for employee turnover. Next one is internal promotion rate. To measure this KPI, divide the number of senior functions that were filled through internal promotion by the total number of senior positions filled. Internal hires are often up to speed faster, reduce the risk of a bad hire, and on-the-job lunge. Next one is Employee Innovation Index. Attitude or engagement surveys can also be used to measure this KPI. Innovation is more and more often a key driver of business success. It's up to HR to enable innovation. Next one is Net Promoter Score. Your department's Net Promoter Score reveals how satisfied employees are with HR services. However, this KPI is also relevant if recruitment is a key part of your strategy. Using the Net Promoter Score, you can also measure to what degree people recommend the organization as an employer. Next one is percentage of cost of the workforce. Take the cost of the workforce and divide it by the total cost faced by the organization. This KPI is not a common one, but it is useful for cost reduction purposes, or to help improve automation or robotization in an organization. Next one is 90-day quit rate. This is a key recruitment KPI, measuring the number of hires that leave within 3 months, or half-yearly or per year, if that is more relevant to your organization. A double-digit percentage is a cause for alarm. Failing to hire the right people will have a measurable negative impact on organizational effectiveness. Next one is recruitment funnel effectiveness. Optimize your recruitment funnels by measuring the effectiveness of each phase using the yield ratio. Calculation method would be dividing the number of applicants who successfully completed the stage by the total number of applicants who entered the stage. For example, if 10 candidate submissions lead to 5 hiring manager acceptances, the yield ratio is 2-to-1. Next one is training effectiveness. Investing in learning and development initiatives is a good way to contribute to business goals, but only if the courses, training, and workshops offered are a good fit for your company and employees. Measure the effectiveness of training based on the relevant data points for each training to determine if it's effective or a waste of your resources. Next one is turnover rate. This popular HR KPI is prevalent for a reason, as high turnover can be very costly. To provide an even more detailed picture of the organization's turnover, you can also measure 1. Involuntary turnover rate. This measures the number of employer-led resignations. 2. Voluntary turnover rate. This measures the number of employer-led resignations. 3. Unwanted turnover rate. Not all turnover is bad. However, you do not want your top performers to churn. This KPI focuses on the resignation of good performers as a percentage of all performers. Next one is absence rate. You can calculate the absenteeism rate by dividing the number of working days an employee was absent by their total number of working days. Monitoring your absence rate can help you identify underlying problems that are affecting employee wellness. And the last HR KPI is absence cost. The total cost of absence is calculated by including employee pay, the cost of managing absence, and replacement costs. This KPI is especially relevant for European countries with strong labor unions and a high degree of employee protection. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned and subscribe this channel for more HR updates.